Hi everyone, welcome to the second video in our Sitecore and Docker series. My name is Anderson and today we will learn how to run our first Sitecore 10.3 instance using Docker Desktop. We will cover how to install Docker Desktop from the official website and doing some quick setup. Also, we will check which ports we need and making sure they are free. And lastly, we will run a Sitecore 10.3 instance on Docker using official repositories. So let's get started. First, we will start by installing Docker Desktop from the official website. Go to the official Docker website by searching in our browser. We'll select the first results, and once we are on the site, we'll click on the big blue button to start the download. This may take some time depending on your internet speed. When it's downloaded, we'll open the installer to begin the installation process. In installer settings, we'll see two options. Leave the first one checked and the second one is up to your preferences. I usually like to keep my desktop clean. We'll click OK to continue with the installation. After installation is complete, we need to log out of our session. When we log back into our session, we'll see Docker Desktop running for the first time. It will ask us to accept the terms of use and also to log in. But for now, we'll skip this part and go straight to the user interface. We'll be able to see the menu for containers, images, volumes, and more. We can also check if there is a new version available. If there is, we'll install it. Great! Now that we have the latest version of Docker Desktop, let's make sure we are using Windows containers instead of Linux containers. And that's it. We now have Docker Desktop correctly installed on our PC. Now, let's see if we have the ports we need available. We'll use the official Sitecore guide for Docker. We'll go to the official downloads, and scroll down to the section about containers. We'll open the guide in a new tab and look for the network requirements section. There we'll see all the necessary ports. Next, we need to open the terminal as an administrator and stop our local IIS instance. This is necessary to free up port 443, the first one on the list. We just need to use the command IIS reset/stop and that's it. To check the rest of the ports, we can use the netstat command you see on the screen. If you don't see any result after running this command, it means the port is free. Now we are getting to the fun part. We are going to run a Sitecore instance on Docker. To do this, we will search for the official repository on GitHub. You can see it on the screen. This repository will provide Sitecore customers with examples on how to deploy Sitecore containers using various methods such as compose. We will clone this repository into whichever directory you prefer. I'm going to do it on the desktop. And finally, we will open the project in Visual Studio Code. Open the Compose folder, then open the SXP folder, choose the version, and lastly pick the topology, which would be XP0. This is the recommended topology for development environments. Now open this last folder in the Visual Studio Code terminal to run the compose init script. Basically, this script will prepare everything we need. It takes the license to pass it to Sitecore. I have the license in my C drive, assigns credentials to Sitecore and the database, creates the hostnames and certificates, and does several other things that you can see in the code. Once this step is completed, we can now run the Docker command docker compose app-d. This will start downloading all the necessary Docker images, and once they are downloaded, it will create all the required containers. Downloading all the necessary images can take quite a while and depends on your internet speed. If the containers are created correctly, it means you can now log in to your new Sitecore instance. If any error occurs, please check the previous steps. The most common errors happen because of a port that's not available. Copy the domain of your instance, which you can find in the .env file, and open it in your browser. Now that you have your Sitecore instance, there's just one more step left. For this, we will refer back to the official guide and look for the section Rebuild the Search Indexes. Basically, we will need to generate all the indexes from the Sitecore control panel. And that's all the basics you need to run your first Sitecore instance in Docker using the official repositories. And that's all the basics you need to run your first Sitecore instance in Docker using the official resources. Thanks for watching this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below and let us know how we can help you. My name is Anderson and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.